You look at something, for example, building the confidence in a dog for bite development. So you have a young puppy and you'd start doing early on, what would be the first phases you do? Rag work or something like that to get the dog's prey drive and confidence high?
Bite work, we start really early with, but not with prey drive. We build up the confidence and we do a little bit this aggression part. And so we teach them that they bark very good and have fun
dominate
dominate the helper.
Okay.
And if you bring it too early together in the prey drive, then it's always a mixture.
Yeah.
It's mixed together and it's not separated. And so you can do it really on a nice and funny way with really young dogs. We always start when they are 11, 12, 13 weeks old, when they have this social phase.
Yes.
It's in, and in this time, we start with protection work. And we do this really since more than 40 years with all our dogs.
Okay, I want to talk about that because this goes against something I've heard from other people say. So this is very, very interesting. So your idea is that the prey work comes from the handler, right? You get the handler to do all the prey work. But when you do the building the confidence for the protection, then you want the young puppy to learn how to dominate, to bring those defensive drives higher and his confidence higher. And you do that very, very young.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the problem is you must think about when you have a puppy in this social phase. And then in your normal life, always when the puppy, he said, oh, maybe this is a dangerous situation or that's a bad guy or something. You have always in this phase, they start to react a little bit.
Right.
And then and then everybody says, oh, no problem, come with me, look, it's
not dangerous.
Not dangerous, that's a nice guy. So we always give them the feeling we don't like that they fight against anything.
Okay.
So, in this phase, we start with the protection work. So we, of course, in the normal life, we tell them, oh, all is nice. It's not necessary to be aggressive and all these things. But then in this phase, the dog has the feeling, oh, I don't know the situation. I'm not totally sure. What should I do? Then we can say, oh, look, that's a bad guy. Mm-hmm. And then we start with a big distance that helper shows fear. If the dog only looks to him, then the helper shows fear, and then he runs away. And the little puppy says, "Oh, I'm so strong. I make them fear." Only if I look to him, and so the confidence starts more and more. That they start to say, "Oh, that's a funny way," and we combine it always with rituals, of course, that they never become aggressive in normal life. So that it's only because we say, "Oh, let's start. There's a bad guy," and so on.
So you do this in a controlled environment. So you do this in a controlled environment when you teach him this. If the dog was just barking at a stranger in the street when you were walking the puppy, then you don't put the defensive drive there, or you do.
Exactly. Of course, we want social dogs in normal life.
Yeah.
But we want to give them the idea that they have fun to fight against somebody when he makes pressure to them.